All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Gabe, the Night Watchman.
And Gabe and I are back and ready for some more Queen, baby. And we are checking out what song?
It's a Hard Life.
And that automatically makes me think of Annie. It's a Hard Knock Life, right?
It's a Hard Knock Life.
No, it's not that. But I am going to say I do not recognize this title at all. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say I have not heard this song before. The last three times I've done that, it was like one of the most famous songs of all time. And I'm an idiot.
We were just talking about this, right? And my father-in-law was in town. We went to the Raiders 49ers game, and he's a huge fan. And as we're listening to, it's just playing on what do you call that? Spotify.
Yeah.
And just in random, a Queen song came out. He was like, "Oh man, I love Queen. I'd love to see him in concert." And I was like, right away, like he heard the first few, and I was like, "Did you realize how many hits?" He said, "Are you kidding me? That was one of the biggest." And he's a huge Eagles fan, and he's like, "They got more hits than the Eagles. There's not too many bands." And that was crazy because when we talked about it, they don't have that many.
U.S. #1 hits.
U.S.
But they
#1
did
hits.
A bunch in the U.K. where they're from.
But they were huge, and even my father-in-law, huge Eagles fan, big fan, 60s, 70s, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Queen." Everybody listened to Queen, and they had so many hits. It's not even funny.
They have so many hits, and you talk about the charts. I just read an article. They just re-entered the top 100 with the greatest hits album that came out years ago.
Wow.
Like, it just continued, and for some reason, the article was saying that this particular album on digital downloads and online digital purchases has had staying power for years. They can't explain why,
right.
But people just love Queen so much that just never is going to go away.
Do you think it had something to do with and
probably because they're touring right now, or they were at least with Adam
with
Lambert.
Touring with Adam Lambert, because I know that was huge in Vegas, and a lot of people came in to see that. And also the movie. I think that the biopic, first and foremost, I love Remy Malek is his name. He's an amazing actor. I remember watching him in Mr. Robot, and he's got that intensity. Yeah. He was in a movie, and you know how much I love Jared Leto, but The Stranger, it's The Little Things, I think it's called, or whatever. And it was him, Denzel Washington, and Remy Malek. And I mean, he held his own with those two, powerhouse actors. Like, he's just got this mannerism about. He's such a great actor. I love him. And again, I think that introduced the newer generation to Queen. And again, these kids spend hours. When I say hours, and that's what I'm saying. This is probably one of the smartest things that they do, putting their music on there, because they'll go from, oh man, I listened to that on YouTube, to now I'm streaming it on Spotify, to now I'm buying it on Apple Music. And you keep introducing the music to a new generation and building fans that way. You know what I mean?
And Queen is never going to go away, nor should they. So we're going to go ahead and check this out. If you like our reaction, please don't forget to
like and subscribe.
And
now I hope their families, they're still alive. But I was going to say,
Freddie, yeah.
All but Freddie. But I'm saying I hope they still have the rights to their own music, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because so many bands didn't get it, and that was it's just brutal.
That's a good point. Hopefully they did. I haven't heard that they haven't, but you're right. A lot of bands, they just make a bad deal. Here we go.
I don't my freedom. There's no reason for living with a broken heart. This is a tricky situation.
That is an outfit.
The peacock, bro, just flamboyant.
It's just a simple fact of life. It can happen to anyone. You win, you lose. It's a chance you have to take with love. Oh yeah, I fell in love, but now you say it's over, and I'm falling apart. It's a hard life to be true lovers together, to love and live forever in each other's hearts. It's a long, hard fight to learn to care for each other, to trust in one another. hearts try to fight back the tears. They say it's just a state of mind, but it happens to everyone. How it hurts deep inside when your love has cut you down inside. It's life is tough on your own. Now I'm waiting for something to fall from the skies. I'm waiting for love.
Bro, he got pipes, man. Yo, Freddie Mercury. It's an addict. It's always addict.
Forever in each other's hearts. It's a long, hard fight to learn to care for each other, to trust in one another right from the start. When you're in love.
There he is. I say, where's the band at?
In a world that's filled with sorrow, there are people searching for love in every way. It's a long, hard fight, but I'll always live for tomorrow. I look back on myself and say, I did it for love. Yes, I did it for love. For love. Oh, I did it for love.
Listen, Freddie, Queen, they're a lover, not a fighter. Come on.
Dude, that was dope. You know what's crazy, Nick? I wonder if they've got like an a cappella album. And I know what you were saying, right? Where you were like, oh, where's the band? But I would love to hear his voice without the music. You know what I mean? Dude, he's
Disrespectful.
I'm just saying his voice is so clean, like, bro, Andrea Bocelli clean. You know what I mean, dude?
Oh, he can pull it off, for
Man,
sure.
he's got that just. He can hit that high note, bro. It's impressive. It's definitely impressive. You don't hear too many singers that have that kind of range. And again, I think sometimes because of his bravado, because of his showmanship, to your point, he kind of outshines the band from that perspective. And I mean, come on, at some point, you know, it's like, to your point, even there, where's the rest of the band? You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. It is what it is. Not to besmirch the band. Of course, after his passing, to your point, they brought in Adam Lambert. They continue to tour. They're being successful with it. Those shows were sold out at MGM. I remember they came. So obviously they were a big part of Queen. But him and just Freddie Mercury himself is such a star and just such a special talent. You know what I mean? Where, again, not too many people can do what he did. What he did. Same thing like Michael Jackson. Yeah, there's been a lot of pop singers, but Michael Jackson's voice was just so clean, so unique, so iconic that you have other people singing songs and they wouldn't be as successful as Michael Jackson was. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say it this way though. You know, and I know not everyone in our audience is an NFL football fan, but just for this example, you know, Tom Brady, greatest quarterback of all time, right? Would he have won as many championships if he did not have the players around him, right? He can't just play with scrubs. Even when he went to the Bucs and he won in that first year, yes, he was a big part. He was a huge centerpiece of that team.
Right.
But they already had a really good defense. They already had he was able to bring all together and bring his talent.
Right.
But you can't do it by yourself is what I'm trying to say. He is an amazing talent. And about his voice, like his voice is its own instrument.
Yes.
Like, especially in this song where there was still music, but it wasn't showcasing here or there. He was able to do different things with his voice where it's like, wow, that was really nice to listen to. The reason why I was saying, oh, there's the band, because I was thinking, even though it said Queen on the and it's Queen's official channel, I'm like, I wonder if this is one of his solo songs that he did, because I didn't see the band anywhere. But then they showed up, so that kind of like just my mind worked. Oh, there they are. But yes, he has an amazing voice, but I think it's just like that perfect marriage type of a situation where he's better because of them.
Right.
They're better because of him. And to your point, he's not around. And I finally listened to some of their songs with Adam Lambert. He's not trying to imitate Freddie Mercury, thank goodness. But it is a different type of Queen.
Right.
Absolutely. That's like the most, duh thing you can say. But there are times when lead singers go away that the new lead singer sounds exactly like the previous one, so you can still move forward.
Right.
It's a cool thing, and they let Adam Lambert do his thing. And Adam Lambert, he's got pipes too.
Yeah, he
can get it high for crying out loud and drag it out. I see what you're saying, but I think it might be one of those situations where they just made each other better.
Right. And, honestly, think about it. Adam Lambert, I don't care who you are. Yeah, I got to do my own thing with this, guys, because I'm not going to come in and try to be Freddie Mercury. Because then if you do, forget about it. You're going to fall flat on your face. Fans are going to compare no matter how close to it you come. So I'm glad he did his own thing. And again, it was successful because a lot of people came. And I remember the shows were sold out at the MGM when it was here. As a matter of fact, if they come down, man, again, that's another show I'm willing to pay good money for to go watch that. Unless it's at the Sphere, because the Sphere is ridiculous. But, yeah, man, love the song. Definitely going to add it on there. And I think that the biggest thing for me is I like to try to separate like the hard rock, right, from like just the rock. And I don't want to call it like pop rock or alternative rock or whatever. But again, this isn't like necessarily hard rock, you know what I mean? But man, like
you can rock out.
Yeah,
to it.
this is different than Metallica, but which is more heavy metal, hard rock. But this is just more like, man, rock that I'm doing grading papers, I'm doing whatever. Not something I'm, killing it in the gym to or whatever. And most of their Queen songs are like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Unless like, it's like We Will Rock You and stuff like that. But even We Are the Champions, if you think about it, even though it's We Are the Champions.
It's an anthem song, yeah.
It's an anthem song. It's still slower. We are the champions. Wow, that was brutal. Gosh. I'm going to ask you to clip it, and I know you're not going to clip it. They're going to be like, that's the worst I've ever said. That's why I teach and I do not sing. Are you kidding me? Please.
Compared to my voice, it was amazing.
But no, dude, awesome. Great suggestion. Can't wait for next time, too, so you give me some more Queen.
And I was right. I had never heard the song before. I really enjoyed it. It started off slower, which is fine, but his voice, the music, the band, everything, it was a great song. I'd never heard it before. Let us know what you think about this song. Let us know your thoughts about our reaction. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time,
we know all things.